Presenting the Northwest Bank Wildcat News with the Bolt's Emily Magas. News from the Humboldt schools presented every Wednesday at this time by Northwest Bank. And now, here's Emily.
You're listening to Wildcat News on 97.7 The Bolt, brought to you by Northwest Bank, and this is only the second one of the 2015-2016 school year, and I'm joined now by George Bruder, the principal at the elementary and middle schools, and is that right?
Meese Taft Elementary.
All right,
Yes.
Awesome. And we are going to talk about home visits and parent-student-teacher conferences. But before we get to that, we want to talk about the summer still, since we are in that summer phase. Do you want to talk a little bit about home or summer school?
Yes, summer school. Last week we started our second session, and attendance has been wonderful. Parents have helped with that and remembered that we had a second session. Teachers are working hard. Students are working hard. I just checked in with them again, and it's going really, really well for us. So that'll finish on the 14th. Mm-hmm. And at the same time, we have our lunches available and breakfast is available to the boys and girls. And not just for summer school, only for summer school. It's for all children.
Yes.
As you've been doing, KHBT's been doing a wonderful job of telling others about this, informing others about this, that it's going to go on through the 14th, and it's free, and that's the best part.
Yeah,
definitely. And it's a good meal.
That's
at
good.
the same time. So thank you to our cooks and Vicki for putting that all together for us this summer.
All right, awesome. So, again, we're going to talk about home visits and parent-student-teacher conferences. What about home visits? How are they kind of different than the conferences?
Yeah, and that's just where it all started, too. Because of the home visits is why we do have the parent-teacher-student conferences. Mm-hmm. But the home visits, it's for all students who are in preschool, 4-year-old preschoolers, and it's from our voluntary preschool grant, and which we've had several years now, and we partner with St. Mary's, and it's an excellent partnership working with Mrs. Edge and the staff there. And the home visits are required. It's where the teacher and the paraeducator, the teacher associate, go into the home, meet the family, meet, of course, the student that's going to be with them that school year. And it's just a great way to share expectations. And as I'm probably going to say, too, when we talk about the parent-student-teacher conferences, who better to meet with first but the child's very, very first teachers, and that's their parents. Yep. And it's a great way to open the door of communication, expectations, and that type of thing. And it's so well received. And of course, yes, we are bound by the grant, but we really enjoy doing that. We just think it's a great way to kick off. And then after the break, we can talk about how that was a spinoff. Our conferences were a spinoff from that.
All right, awesome. You're leading us right into it. So we're going to take a quick break here on 97.7 The Bolt on the Northwest Bank Wildcat News here on 97.7 The Bolt. And we'll be back to talk more with George Bruder about parent-student-teacher conferences.
Hi, this is Julie Clendenin with Northwest Bank. Northwest Bank is proud of its partnership with the Humboldt Community Schools. Northwest Bank supports Wildcat academics and athletics and wishes the players, students, and parents continued success. Commitment you can bank on isn't just a slogan, it's the way we conduct our business to meet the needs of our customers. We offer great rates, great products, and superior service. Whether you're buying a house or shopping for a new car, come experience the difference. Northwest Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
This is 97.7 The Bolt, and you're listening to the Northwest Bank Wildcat News here on 97.7, and I'm joined now by George Bruder. We talked a little bit about home visits that are going to be happening for preschool students, and now let's talk about parent-student-teacher conferences. These are not for preschool students, but who are they for?
Yes, they're for our EC5, or our 5-year-olds that are coming to a half-day program this year, as well as kindergarten through 4th grade. And how do parents know about these conferences, or when do they come? And the home visits at registration, which is taking place today and tomorrow at the middle school, for parents to come in and sign up for school registration. They'll be able to sign up for a conference time, a 20-minute conference that will take place with the teacher, the student, and the parents, as well as parents will have an opportunity to sign up for the home visits at that time too, for our preschoolers. And it's a 20-minute conference, but it looks different than the conferences we hold in the fall and in the spring. And in the fact that, like I said earlier, the parents are their child's first teacher. And who better to tell us and help us with how their child thinks, works, behavior-wise, what anxieties they might have, that type of thing. And, of course, the student needs to be there, too. And and how this came about was when we started the home visits with several years ago, the parents liked that format, and they said, what are you going to do when our child gets to kindergarten, first grade, second grade? And we started to have those conversations, and really it was a group of parents that helped us with this, that maybe not home visits, but conferences prior to the school year starting. And it's worked so well. We're now up through fourth grade with these conferences.
Awesome.
So, yes, it's worked out really, really well. So, again, parents will be able to sign up at registration time for a 20-minute time slot, which will be held on the 24th or 25th of August. And we have some time slots from 10 o'clock to 6 o'clock so we can accommodate everyone and that type of thing. And the parents will be able to work with our school secretaries and get a time slot set up that works for them, for both Mesa and for Taft Elementary. So we're excited about it. Of course, students get to see their classroom, their desk with their name on it. They get to see maybe who some of their classmates are going to be, that type of thing. Bring their school supplies. And, of course, those are the things that they're worried about or concerned about or want to know. And in the past, we've done open house. And open house is great, but by the time the night is over, our teachers are trying to take note, like, who did I see? Who did I talk to? Did I really, really get to have some deep conversations with anyone? Whereas the conferences allow for this to happen and for parents to share their things they'd like to share and like the teacher to know. And, of course, it's the classroom teacher, but our specials teachers are available as well as all of our teachers are available that evening for them to come in or that day that they come in for the conference. So one of the things that we will be giving to the parents is a website that they can go to learn more about the ELI law. We talked a lot about that last year, and we'll talk about it again this year when we come here to KHBT. But early literacy implementation law, and what does that mean? You mean my third grader is going to take this test and he has to be proficient, or what will happen if he's not? All those hard things. So like that. And so what is the school district doing in advance to take a proactive approach to be ready for that test in third grade? So we'll have that website access. It's new this year, and it will be available for parents to look at. The other thing we talked about, too, is that not everyone, if they don't have access, we will have computers available at school for parents to come in and use, too.
Awesome.
And go that route. So, and it seems like a lot of things now we're going no paper. So our handbook, our parent-student handbook, that's on our website. And again, we can get paper copies for parents that would like to have them. But again, if they'd like to, if they don't have access to the internet and to our website, they certainly are welcome to come to school and spend some time in our computer labs to gain access to those types of things. So excited for another school year. Here it is, early August. And yes, we're about a week later starting this year, which, we're going to make that work.
Yep.
We're used to starting around the 17th, 18th, but we're a little later this week. So the first day of school, of course, the 26th for elementary. And, yes, middle school and high school starts the 24th and that type of thing. But teachers will be reporting soon, and I'm ready for another exciting school year.
It definitely sounds like it's going to be one. George, thank you so much for joining me this week on the Northwest Bank Wildcat News here on 97.7 The Bolt. I'm sure we'll talk to you again here on Wildcat News on 97.7.
Looking forward to it.
This has been the Northwest Bank Wildcat News Program, presented every Wednesday at this time by Northwest Bank.